YouTube, welcome back. Today we have this problem. It's a degree of an array. We have a given non-empty array of non-negative integers. The degree of this array is defined as the maximum frequency of one of its elements. Your task is to find the smallest possible length of the contiguous, and this is important, contiguous subarray of nums that has the same degrees as nums. Okay. So for this one we're saying 2, because first we have to do two things. We should found the degree, and for this example the degree has 2, because 2 and 1 are appear 2. And after that we want to find the shortest subarray. So we can just find 1 2 2 3 1. We can find 1 2 2 3, or 2 2 3 1 for this one, or maybe 1 2 2 this one, or 2 2 3, or 2 2 2 2 2 basically. So the smallest one is 2, so we're returning 2. For the other example, we have 1 2 2 3 1 4 2, and the degree is 3 because we have 2 is 3 times. And after that we want to find the shortest subarray, so it will be 6 because it's just 2. We can just remove this one and just get the far right and the far left and far right, and just put the length of them, and that's it. So let's just make a quick delete content, delete all the content, and let's just okay. So let us and let's delete this. Okay, so we have this nums, okay, and what we want to do is that we want to put our solution into two sections. Well, the first section is that we create a hash table that finds the each number and how many times this number was appeared, that we find its right and we find its left, to know how long the subarray will be. So first we want to create a table that stores, maybe we'll create two tables that stores the degrees and the frequency of each element. And after that, after we're creating the table, we will create a count to get the smallest, or the smallest array of the highest degree. So for this one is a degree, but this degree is bigger, so we take this degree, and if we find something smaller we just get it. So the solution will be like that. First of all, let's just define our variable, and I guess that we have two things, three. We have left because we want to get the left and right. So we want to get left is because we want to get the length of the subarray. So let left, and we will make it a map. So it will be new map, okay, and I will say let right, it will equals okay, and I will say let count, because I want to count each one, how many times it was appeared basically. And I'll say for let I equals 0, I less than nums the length, I plus plus, let x equals nums of I, And what we are going to do in this loop, we are going to set the right and left. So we are going to say if this number is not in left, store it in left. Otherwise, store it in right. Okay, and set the count of this number. So what we're going to do is that we wanna store. First of all, let's say if it's not in left, if left dot has x, I will say left dot set x, and we give it the value of I. Okay, and we start in the next one. I will say right. I will store it in right also. Right dot set x and the value of I. Okay, and I will say the count dot set, and this is quite important. We want to get the count, so I just put x, and I will do something like I will put 1 or whatever was in the count. So I will say give me count dot get x or count dot get x or 0. Okay, plus 1. So we make sure that we have each number, and we have how many each number was appeared. And the other thing that we put the left or right. So basically we could, when we have the left and right, and we just get minus both of them, we will get our subarray length. So I will say let the res, and it will equals nums dot length. At the beginning I will make it equals nums dot length. I will return this res. Okay, and this is the should be the length of the subarray. So how we can modify this length? First of all, I want to get the degree. Okay, so degree will equals count math dot max everything in count. So I'm getting the dot values. I'm getting the biggest value in counts. Okay, and after that we will start to loop again. So I say for let x, let's just use off loop of count dot keys, because I wanna loop through the keys. And I will say if count dot get x equals degree, that means this is the highest number was frequently appeared. What we are going to do is that right now we have the res is nums.length, but we want to make sure that we find the smallest subarray that this degree is appeared on. So what we're going to do, you remember that we have the right and left. So what I'm going to do is that I would say res will equals res math dot min between res and right of x minus left of x, dot get right dot get x and left dot get x, but we should add plus 1 because we are talking about the indexes. And that's it. So first of all, we have the right and we have the left, and we stored each right, each left, each element that was in left, we store it once. Right, maybe we could have it twice, but we have left and right because we want to make sure we want to get the length of the small subarray, and we have the count to get the degree. So first of all, we make the first loop, and we say that if the element is not in left, store it in left, and store it in right also with its index, give the value and the index, and set the count of this element. And if we find the count, just add it to 1. It doesn't, if you didn't find the count, just give it value just 1. And we will say the other thing that we have, the next step is that we have our res, which will be the length of the subarray, and we have our degree. The degree we get from the count. We just get math.mact, and we just get the count, the values, and we get the bigger ones. And after that, we make another loop through the count keys, and we say that if count keys equals the degree, I will say res will equals the min value, because we wanted the shortest one between the old res and the right and left plus 1. So for right and left, both of them like that, I will get the length of the array, because like let's say it's 1 and 2, so 1 plus 2 minus 2 plus 1, it will equals for this one it's 0 and it's 2, so 0 plus minus 2, it will 2 plus 1, it will equals 3, so the length of it 3. So just the index of the right with the index of the left minus the index of the right plus 1, it will equals the length of the array. And submit, and voila. And let us see what the best solution was. So the better solution was that we create a map, only one map. Okay, that's decent. Okay, so we create one map, and after that I have the max frequency. Okay, and in the one map I loop 2 times. The first time I will say if const num equals of I, okay, and I'm saying if frequency of num equals undefined. If we don't find it, so what we should do, we should in the map, the num will have the frequency of 1, it will have its index, first index, it will have last index. Otherwise, I will say nums of I, the nums of frequency. I'm increasing the frequency. I'm saying frequency of num. I'm putting the last index and equals I, and the max frequency it equals math.max max frequency and frequency dot num of the frequency. Okay, so basically I'm getting for each loop I'm making sure that I am updating the max frequency, so I will get with the end with this solution is pretty dope. But I guess it's quite similar because it's 2 loops, and we have const num, and this is the same, this is exactly the same. This is only the different way, and it has, instead of having 3 tables, it just have 1 table, and each element has 3 it has an object value, and the object has 3 values. Oh, that was decent. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Hope that my solution was quite good. If you like my solution, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you will never miss a video, and see you in future problems.